Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. In today's episode, we're continuing our ongoing coverage of the war between the Russian Federation, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and its Ukrainian proxy forces. Now, within the last 24 hours, we are starting to hear reports that the United States may resume intel contributions to the Ukrainian cause. What does that mean? That means that U.S. assets will then start to release information to the Ukrainian proxy forces, the proxy forces of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. They will give the Ukrainian forces real-time military updates about operational defensive intel that will then be shared to the Ukrainian military. Now, what has happened because of the cutoff of this very sensitive information? We have seen a almost immediate impact on the course of the conflict. It has been traumatic for Ukrainian forces not being able to instantly know where Russian forces are moving to, where Russian forces are going to attack next, how the Ukrainian military will prepare defensive operations against Russian forces. Now, at the same time, the United States is withholding sensitive information, sensitive intel that would allow the Ukrainian military to strike at targets deep inside the Russian Federation. Now, over the last 24 hours, we have seen the impact of this as the Kursk pocket collapses. And I want to go back just one day since the cutoff of intel information in just one 24-hour period. And this is reported by obviously the Deep State Map. This is a Ukrainian-supported site. And then watch, over just one 24-hour period without U.S. intel. Look at that. A complete and utter collapse of the northeastern pocket of Kursk. Now, at this point, we don't believe this is going to have much of an effect in terms of ultimately what happens in Kursk. We have talked about this before, that the Russians have the capacity and capability to crush Ukrainian forces inside of the Kursk pocket. But the Russians have been holding back due to the fact that they want the Ukrainians to continue to send forces, high-grade forces, to try and remain and continue to retain control over the Kursk pocket, thereby degrading the Ukrainian army. Now, it does appear that Russian forces has decided to eliminate Ukrainian forces in this pocket, and you can see exactly how quickly this is now being done. Let's just go back a few days. So again, this is a Ukrainian-supported site. Now let's watch what's happened over the last just few days. And this is a decision made by the Russian forces to eliminate, in total, Ukrainian forces in this pocket. And that's what we're watching right now. Now the question is again, why would the Ukrainian military allow its forces to be expended in such a way? I have to tell you that ultimately this could cost the Gauleiter of Kiev his current leadership post. This defeat, this battlefield defeat, in which a multitude of Ukrainian combat brigades will, in all probability, be completely eliminated in Kursk Oblast, will go down as a military fiasco. And all blame is going to be laid at the foot of Volodymyr Zelensky. This was a political operation. This was not a military operation. We know that the Ukrainian military was against, or at least certain parts of the Ukrainian military were absolutely against this operation. And they did not feel it was worth the expenditure of Ukrainian forces that would be needed in terms of casualties that would be taken by the Ukrainian military. But this is what is happening. So we're now watching the full weight of the Russian military crushing the Kursk pocket. Now the question is after the Kursk pocket is rolled up, what will be the next operation by Russian forces? And again, the level of which U.S. support in terms of intel activity that was being provided to the Ukrainians had the Ukrainians screaming through back channels that they needed this information. Otherwise, what you're watching now would just be at a much quicker pace. So there you have it. We will continue to report. As always, thank you for joining us. Good day.